Erin and Ben Napier's life in 2025 reads like a love letter to small-town America. Yet it is also a testament to how a marriage, a family, and an entire community can evolve when two people refuse to abandon the values that guided them long before television ever came calling. And while Hometown has become one of HGTV's most dependable success stories, the real story sits quietly behind the cameras, unfolding in Laurel, Mississippi, with the same warmth, imperfection, devotion, and emotion that made viewers fall in love with this couple in the first place. Because long before national recognition, long before their names became synonymous with Southern comfort, craftsmanship, and storytelling, Erin and Ben were simply two college students falling in love at lightning speed. Their story began in 2004 during a college yearbook assignment, which would set the tone for a relationship built on shared creativity and instinctive connection. Erin was just 19 and Ben was 21 when they met. And although it sounded unbelievable even to them at the time, they admitted that within 6 days of knowing each other, they had already confessed they wanted to marry someday. Erin later recounted the exact timeline, almost amused by how quickly everything progressed. On December 8th, they took yearbook photos. On December 9th, they went on their first date and Ben met her mother. On December 10th, they drove around Mason Park looking at Christmas lights. And by December 13th, they had decided to marry. Ben even revealed that by the 6th day, he already knew he was in love and told her so. And fortunately, Erin felt the same way. Their whirlwind romance was unconventional, even a little cinematic, although relationship therapists might call such sweeping declarations a red flag. But for Erin and Ben, it was simply the beginning of a partnership that continues to defy expectation. And as their relationship matured, their work ethic and creative compatibility became the engine that pushed their lives into unexpected territory. Erin originally dreamed of working in magazine design, and she chronicled the renovation of their first home on her blog, unaware that the posts would eventually catch the eye of an HGTV executive who had discovered them after the couple's Laurel home was featured in Southern Weddings magazine. Erin's Instagram following grew rapidly after the feature. And soon enough, a message arrived from a producer asking whether they'd consider fronting a home renovation show. It felt surreal, especially because the Napiers had never imagined television as part of their future. Ben admitted they knew nothing about TV and assumed that once HGTV invested so much money into filming a pilot, it would surely air, although they later learned that many pilots never make it past development. But fate met opportunity in the form of a massive East Coast snowstorm that kept millions inside watching television the night their pilot aired, turning Hometown into the most watched pilot in HGTV history and earning them a full first season order. While the unexpected success of Hometown opened doors the couple hadn't even known existed, what remained constant was their unwavering connection to Laurel, the place they loved before the cameras ever arrived. As Laurel began transforming from a quiet, largely overlooked town into a destination bustling with visitors eager to see filming locations and shop at local businesses, city leaders credited the Napiers as a driving force behind its revival. Ross Tucker, president of the Jones County Chamber of Commerce, explained that the impact of having a nationally recognized TV show was profound, especially in a town that previously lacked a traditional tourist attraction. Suddenly, people traveled from across the country just to experience Laurel, doubling local tourism numbers within 5 years and filling the once quiet downtown with thriving commerce, including the Napiers' own store, Laurel Mercantile, which focuses on American-made goods and small-town craftsmanship. Through their businesses, charity work, and willingness to keep Laurel at the center of their storytelling, Erin and Ben reinforced the belief that small-town life still had a place in modern America. And the more successful they became, the more determined they were to remain grounded. Erin once explained that neither she nor Ben feels like a celebrity, because when you see yourself on TV, you still feel like the same person living in the same house, driving the same streets, and interacting with the same neighbors. Their town feels the same way. No matter how famous the couple becomes, people in Laurel simply treat them as Erin and Ben. That comfort, that rootedness, that refusal to lose themselves in the industry has shaped every decision they've made, especially when it comes to their daughters. Because parenthood changed them in ways they never anticipated. Erin admitted she always wanted children but was terrified of the unknown, while Ben had grown up around nieces and nephews and felt open to either possibility. But once they welcomed Helen and later May, everything shifted, and both parents found themselves consumed by a type of love that reorganized their priorities completely. Erin confessed that raising young children is all-consuming, while Ben acknowledged he never experienced anxiety until he became a father. Their daughters changed how they work, how they travel, and how they structure their days. So much so that the Napiers created a highly regimented daily routine that begins at 4:30 a.m. and continues almost minute by minute until the girls are in bed. They openly recognize that this level of scheduling is unusual for most couples, yet they insist it's the only way to keep work, filming, home life, and parenting balanced. However, what truly sets the Napier family apart is the unique dynamic their daughters share with them. Erin and Ben have admitted that their girls behave differently and even act out whenever only one parent is home. If either Erin or Ben steps away for even a couple of hours, the girls become unbalanced, misbehaving in ways that don't happen when both parents are present. The couple understands this is not the norm for most families and even jokes that psychiatrists would have a field day with their situation. Yet they've chosen to embrace the challenge rather than resist it. Their daughter's craving for unity has led the couple to adopt a strict rule. They never travel for work without their children. So whether filming Hometown Takeover, conducting media tours in New York, or juggling commitments across the country, the Napiers bring the girls with them, often accompanied by one of their mothers to help with schoolwork, childcare, and stability during busy production schedules. This decision prompted public curiosity, especially because Hometown Takeover requires long hours, cross-country travel, and intense renovation environments. Viewers worried that the experience might strain the children, but Erin and Ben reassured them that every aspect of filming is arranged with their daughter's well-being as the top priority. Their girls are not placed in chaotic construction settings. Instead, they spend their days swimming, fishing, visiting local attractions, and taking enriching field trips while a small army of grandmothers, tutors, crew members, and family friends help ensure structure, safety, and joy. Erin has said the logistics are complicated, especially when trying to ensure the children don't miss school. Yet she maintains that giving them a life where their parents are always present is worth every challenge. For the girls, Hometown Takeover feels more like an extended adventure than a job. And for the Napiers, the arrangement protects the family bond they hold above all else. And even as they navigate this carefully orchestrated family life, Erin and Ben remain fiercely protective of their daughter's privacy. Ben's heartfelt Instagram post celebrating Erin's 40th birthday offered a rare glimpse of the girls, but only from behind or from a distance, which is intentional. Erin once explained that seeing millions of strangers analyze images of a child's face is an awful feeling, which is why the couple decided years ago that their daughter's likenesses are theirs to protect. The choice is personal, not a commentary on what other parents choose, but a boundary they feel is essential. Yet beyond their devotion to family, the Napiers continue to grow professionally in ways that still surprise them. Even now, nearly a decade after Hometown first aired, Erin says she never assumes the show will be renewed. Despite its status as HGTV's #1 series, the couple remains humble about their success, crediting their production company for keeping them grounded and acknowledging that nothing in television is ever guaranteed. While Hometown is slated to return in early 2026 and a new spin-off, Hometown, In This Together, was announced to follow the restoration of a historic hotel in Laurel. Uncertainty arose after a fire damaged the property, a reminder that even successful television franchises encounter unexpected hurdles. Still, no matter how unpredictable the future becomes, Erin and Ben continue approaching their careers with the same philosophy that guided them from the beginning. Treat the work as a blessing, but never place it above the things that truly matter. They recognized early on that fame can fracture families, yet they have made every possible choice to ensure theirs remains intact. They build towns, revive communities, and renovate historic homes. But the greater renovation has always been the family they've built and the values they protect inside it. Because in 2025, the heart of the Napier story isn't just about two designers who turned Laurel into a cultural destination, nor is it simply about the exceptional popularity of Hometown. It is about a marriage that continues to thrive because its foundations were set long before the world began watching. It is about two parents who refuse to trade presents for convenience, choosing instead to design their lives around the laughter of their daughters.